In my previous video, I talked about what law of attraction is and how it works. Today, we'll be talking about levels on your law of attraction journey and the different stages of manifestation. For the sake of today's discussion, we'll use abundance or money as an example across all these stages. Stage one, the beginner stage, denial and being critical. So you started your law of attraction journey, you started putting in your action and awaiting these results, which bring in your desired outcome. But since you're new, you are more focused on pushing away from the unwanted than actually focusing on the wanted. So it may look like I do not like lack and scarcity. I don't appreciate having lack in my life. I want abundance. I remember times from my past when I was limited on resources and I did not have a good time. I was very limited. So I don't want to face that again. I hate being limited. I only want good for me. I don't want to face those scenarios where I'm stuck in situations where I have to compromise on my needs because I don't have enough in my life. So you see, we are trying to push away from the negative. But what is happening here is, since we are still focused on the negative and pushing away, we are resisting these unwanted outcomes. And we all know what we resist persists. So it still keeps showing up in our reality, and the result will be still negative manifestation because we are holding that vibration of unwanted, even though we are trying to push away from it. That's stage number one. Stage two, justifying, analyzing, and trying to convince yourself. So here you are trying to convince yourself, you're trying to sell these ideas to yourself why you should be focusing on the positive. So it may look like I should be focusing on the positive because it works in my favor. I should not be focusing on the negative because I do not want lack. I want abundance in my life, so I should make sure that I only focus on positive end of the spectrum. I should put in my work. I only then I will be able to see the results. I have to every day consciously make sure that I am vibrating on the positive side of the spectrum so that I can see my abundance coming in. So you see here we are trying to convince ourselves that it works in our favor if we vibrate on positive side of the spectrum, but it's more like we still don't believe in it, and so we are trying to convince ourselves, sell this idea to ourselves so that we'll buy it and eventually be convinced about it. So the result is this will still bring in negative manifestations because we are not sold on it and we are trying to change that belief. Stage three, questioning the outcome. So here we look at the outcome that appears in our reality and we question it because we find it less than satisfactory. So it may look like, where is that $10,000 check? Why am I not seeing abundance? What is wrong with my manifestations? Why does the abundance not kick in? Why is the money not pouring in? So here we are looking at the outcome and judging it negatively. We are seeing that the result is less than satisfactory, and we are coming up with these judgments and questions about the outcome. And what will that bring us? We will still stay rooted in the negativity and manifest more of negative scenarios for us. Stage four is trusting and surrendering. So, in this stage, now we have become mature, we have gained experience along the way, and now we are putting in our effort, we are taking action, but we are not focused on the outcome. We know that we are giving our best, we are doing what is possible from our side, and after that, we turn it over to the universe. We trust and surrender, and we know that the outcome is coming. It's just that we put our blinders on, and right now we are focusing on what it is that we can add to the spectrum, and then we wait for those results to come in. We don't look at reality and then say that why is my result not here yet, because we understand that the current reality is an echo of the past, And so we keep going in that direction and trusting that eventually that outcome will come to us. So, this would be I am using the opportunities that come along my way. I am working on new projects. I am keeping myself open and aligned for abundance to come in. At the same time, I am making progress on my path. I am using these business opportunities or these new ideas that can bring me abundance, and I'm giving my best to all the efforts that I'm engaged in. Now, the result here, brace yourself. So, here the outside will still look the same because the outside is still a reflection of the past vibration, but a very important step has occurred here. There is change in the point of focus, in the point of attraction from negative to positive. So that's the biggest hurdle that has been crossed. Stage 5, the final stage, manifesting desired outcome. In this stage, we keep repeating what we did in stage 4. We keep working, we keep giving our best, and we know that the outcome is coming. And here, if the focus wavers, if we slide back into stage 1, 2, or 3 and start judging or questioning, we consciously bring our focus back to stage 4 and keep doing our best and know that the outcome is coming. The result is we will see those checks coming in, the money pouring in, the abundance coming in, and it will happen gradually. So once the results start coming in, we need to believe, we need to have faith that it is happening and more is on the way. So this is the final stage where that change happens, where we see those desired outcomes. The ultimate goal is to move ourselves from negative side of the equation to the positive, so that we can see these manifestations start to come in which are in accordance to what we'd like to see. The mind tries to trap us and bring us back to these negative side of the equation where we keep analyzing, judging, criticizing, because the emotional charge, the emotional payback on these events is huge, because we have familiarity with these situations in the past when we didn't see desired outcomes, when we were limited by our resources, when we didn't have enough money for something, when we had to compromise on something. All those emotions bring a lot of justified anger in us, and so we try to keep going back to those experiences and think that I don't want this, I don't want this. But what that does is it keeps that vibration active. So instead of focusing and receiving that emotional kickback from these past hurts, we need to consciously move in the direction of positive. Now, staying on positive side of the spectrum is not so easy because we are not familiar with that. We don't have enough experiences on that side. But that's where conscious focus comes in. We need to make sure that we are aware of where our focus is, and if it wavers, then we bring it back and we know that we stay here, and we slowly start seeing the results coming in. And as the results come in, we slowly have this conviction within ourselves that we can have positivity in life, we can have positive results, and so it becomes easier to stay on the positive side of the equation. So slowly we can make that change. So use these stages to see where your focus is, and if it is not something that you would like, then mindfully bring it back to a stage so that you can see what it is you would like to manifest in your life. Resist the emotional kickback from past negative experiences and stay on positive side of the vibratory scale. And slowly over time, you will gradually move up to stage 5, where you can see your manifestation coming in the way you want it to. Good luck. Thanks for watching.